Takis.
Hey yo.
First round. Fight.
Anyways, so yeah, that's basically it. And we're going to start the podcast right now. Hey, everybody, we're back. I just surprised Tim with the intro that all of you just heard. And I gave him the rundown. He's kind of has a vision for it in his head, but he probably doesn't know what it is because he just I haven't like made the video yet. So yeah, we're back. Welcome to 2023. Hey, Tim.
I just want to say, like, what was that guy's name?
Shit, damn. I want to say his name was Nico. Wait, hold on.
We gotta get this right.
Ramble for a bit while
we gotta get this right. But I just want to appreciate the composer who did the music for that. Nico Rhodes. Yeah, I just want to appreciate him for all the hard work that he put into that. It was I had like a mental audio of like what it would sound like when Andrew was describing it to me. He's like, "Oh, like I got this composer guy to like make an intro for a tap." And I was like, I had like a mental note of like what it was, and then when I heard it, I was like, "Okay, this is not at all what I thought it would be. Like this sounds like professional." Yeah. Which obviously it should have been, the way you were describing it. But like, just want to give a shout out to that guy and like how much hard work he put into that. It's amazing. It was a crazy surprise, and like I can't wait to see what you do with the video, cause like.
And I'll upload it this time. Let's go. Anyways,
there's still like an archive of like missing episodes that we have.
Yeah, we're calling them the Lost Files for now, but
season 2.5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, hi, welcome back to the podcast. I don't really remember how we used to do it, and it doesn't matter because we're just gonna clean slate the whole thing. So whatever you've seen in the past, if you've followed us for that long, thank you. But if you've seen it in the past, we're different people now. So everything we've said before is probably irrelevant. You can probably see by the cameras, the setup, is a new space again. Oh, who would have thought? We've had like 3 different
Andrew's gained so
and,
much momentum.
I just can't I can't stop trying to improve the podcast because I want to do it so bad and so good every single time. But we upgraded to the point where we just don't make any episodes. Anyways, so yeah, that was my thing. We don't really have a plan for this one. We're just gonna kind of talk for a bit and like just banter because we're trying to just kick it off and trying to get the ball rolling. So Tim, that was my surprise. Are you gonna be able to lead this conversation? Because I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think when we got started, I actually checked the date of when we started the podcast.
Damn. Okay.
And it was September 29th, 2020.
Right.
And we're now January, I don't even know what day it is nowadays.
2020? Wait, so say the day again? What?
September 29, 2020
Damn. Wow, so it'll almost be like almost of 3 full years.
It's been 2.5 years.
But we've only made 8.
No, we've made more than 8. They're just not out there.
I can't stop clowning the fact that my chronic, like everybody that is like my friend and I also do video for like knows this. But if I don't have like a really pressing deadline, or like someone like really up my ass to do it, like to do something, it's very easy for me to commit myself to other projects and want to help other people with their projects, rather than finish my own. So for example, Tap I think falls into that like little hellhole where it's sort of like Andrew is Andrew's off doing another dance cover again. God damn it! Like when is he gonna finish the Tap thing, or like when is he gonna finish this,
slave.
or when is like Lauren's Gambler music? I'm sorry, Lauren. Shout out to our friend Lauren. But yeah, like
wait, did you say Gambler music? Wait, what?
Sorry, the dance cover.
Oh, okay,
it's like it's a Monster X song. Anyways, okay. But like but yeah, so and then like that took like 4 months because she wasn't here to nag my ass to do it, and then the second she comes back to do it, we crunched it in like 3 hours. Do you know what I'm saying? So it really requires me to have like that was just like a little tidbit of me. So like I really need like like deadlines and stuff.
You're just built different.
I'm not built. I'm built insufficient in my opinion. but anyways, so yeah. So you have a plan for the video or for the pod, and you said it took us 3 years to get out this new season.
Yeah, I mean,
What does that mean to you?
honestly, like just this opportunity. I think when we started, the reason I brought up the date was
Yeah.
I thought back to like when we started it and just like the situation that we were in at the time. That was when we were all kind of stuck in the pandemic. We had this crazy idea to like make this work. We both had never done anything like this before, and just like moving into that, nobody was sure where our lives were gonna go after the pandemic, and to think that now we're like 2.5 years post that, and we've both gone through a lot of things in life, like whether it's like work, personal, like school, all these things. I just think it's a crazy thing. Like even doing a year in review sounds like it's too little.
A little spoiler for what we're about to talk about, maybe.
Yeah. Well. So I feel like honestly we could do a review of 3 years and we could think about so much that's gone on. But like obviously
we should probably narrow it down.
Yeah.
Also, I would say like I feel like people have talked to death about COVID, so we don't really need to do it because we just rehashing a lot of. Like,
I have no interest in talking about COVID, but like just to think that like that whole thing came and like somewhat went like during the process.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to think about, but that goes into my plan for today, which was I was thinking about doing a year in review, and I have 4 main questions that I want to go through.
Oh, okay. You have actual questions.
I have actual questions.
Because to be clear, everybody, when we started setting up today, I said, Tim, do you have a plan? He goes, I will sit down and
write a plan.
And I had asked him at the beginning of the day, and like we were texting about this, and we were kind of like on the spot. We were trying to figure out like when we were gonna do it next. When we had dinner with Austin, who's also in the studio today. And I was like, when do we want to do pod next? And we were like, oh, maybe weekends. And then Tim says, oh, I'll be in like near my house like in today for a few hours. Do you want to do pod? And we just had to jump on it because if we don't jump on seeing each other, we won't see each other, right? Like Tim and I are very close, but if we don't see each other purposefully, we'll never hang out.
We won't hang out.
So my point, I don't even remember where I was going with this. But like
we made it happen, guys.
Yeah, so I do remember now. When at the very beginning of the day, when I said, "Hey, by the way, when you do come over today, do you have stuff to talk about?" Because we don't want to just do nothing for an hour and a half and just be like humming and awing.
This is basically what we're doing.
We're just basically just kind of like. Anyways, you have a plan.
Yes.
Sorry.
So I did brainstorm ideas throughout the day, and I consolidated them in the last 30 minutes. And basically what I have is a year in review, and I just want to talk about 4 things. They're very vanilla.
Okay.
Well, not really.
Vanilla? Well, we can make them not vanilla.
There's chances to elaborate. So my first question to you is, what do you think was your biggest accomplishment this year?
2022.
2022, yeah.
Okay.
Past year.
Damn. I got paid a triple number. No, I got paid.
I got in the hundreds?
I got paid. I exceeded the amount I thought I was gonna get paid in one single job for like the whole summer.
Whoa! Like you thought you were gonna make that money in with the entire summer, but you made it with one job.
Yes. Granted, it was a wedding, so it like required a little bit more, right? However, we didn't really negotiate budget, and obviously, they're friends actually. Sue and Alice. It was their wedding. They're friends of mine. And it was they're so lovely. His parents are lovely. Sue's parents are lovely, and it was a really great experience. But like when it came down to budget, I have like this chronic phobia, and anyone who does like videos with me knows this. If I'm doing it for a friend, for example, like K-Wave or K-Scope or like some of my friends have also started their own channels, for example, like Nolaland and like so, and so like the point there is that like I feel really gross asking for money, and like Naomi recently, who's another friend,
keeps name dropping.
I keep name dropping people. I'm sorry, but I figured we might as well. But like she had to like force it down my throat that like you're getting paid this year, and then K-Wave this year had to be like, you're actually getting paid. Stop doing this stuff, like because you deserve it, and and like obviously as friends, I appreciate them a lot for valuing my time and stuff like that. And I always feel gross because like we're friends and you shouldn't like I'm doing this because I love you guys and like I want to make sure you guys look the best as possible. But it's very nice to be able to be compensated,
Recognized
right?
for
Recognized for
yeah.
work and stuff like that, right? And so when Suyu and Alice hit me up and then Suyu kind of just told me the number. I was like floored. I was like, whoa, like I thought, I thought we were I was just gonna get dinner from you guys. Like, we were gonna go Heidi Lao afterwards. You know, what
So
I'm
bad at freelancing.
It's terrible. Yeah,
So bad
I'm
at
the worst
freelancing.
freelancer. I need to like write contracts for myself. But like, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and then that came about, and I'm just really like, I was just really stoked about it. And if I could just like add a little pen to that, it was
Mhm.
like the getting paid thing, but also like. I felt like I deepened a lot of relationships as well. So I think that's
Mhm.
like, they're not 1 and 2, but it's sort of like, it's kind of like one thing. Like I kind of think about those things equally. Like in terms of my career, I or not career, like like making money and like hustling and stuff like that. I made a bit, which is awesome, but
Yeah.
also like on a personal level, like I feel like I deepened connections this year that I either didn't know I had or didn't know I could go deeper with.
Mhm.
So that goes for both of you guys. Just saying. Just saying.
Wow, I feel
But
so
yeah.
loved.
But yeah, okay, ready? I'll ask the same question to you and I'll try and say
Wait. I want to ask a follow-up question
Okay.
to that.
Go.
Also, I see all this new gear.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, how do you feel like you've grown as like a videographer or like a
Oh
photographer?
God.
Do you
Oh,
feel like you're
no.
so much? Because I feel like my perception of you as videographer, like when you first started out, you were just like a DIY kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
it was a hobby.
Uh-huh.
But now it really feels like you're going into like this stage where it's like, oh, I'm gonna make money off of this.
Well, okay, so I'll explain to you, the audience, what Tim is like looking at. So there's a 3-camera setup here, right? And all of these camera and all of well,
Okay, I'll stop.
so the 3-camera setup, all of these cameras I use like semi-professionally or did use professionally at one point. The lights, obviously, there's less lights now, but they're just better lights. So for example, like we're using tube lights, as you can see back there and stuff like that. K-Wave actually paid for those, like these bars, because they basically, what they did was they counted all the covers that I did for them over the past 4 years,
Mhm.
and they said, this is the amount of money that we would have had to have paid you anyways.
Wow.
So you're just going to get that much. And I was like, okay. And then immediately I took that check and I put it into these 4 lights because this is just like the standard like K-pop at night thing.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
anyways, but yeah, like so I feel like I've grown in terms of like gear acquisition. I also have a gear acquisition syndrome, which is like I feel like and it took me
I
up
can
until
see
like
that.
it took me up until like very recently to get over the feeling of like I need this now, no I need this now, no I need this out, and like I'm pretty like comfortable of like just trying to maximize what I have now.
Mm.
But also like I've just learned so much more. Like working at a studio for the past year and a bit has like brought me a lot of experience, like in terms of like like trying to figure out what framing looks like, and doing very subtle things, and like learning different things about, like, for example, like audio, right?
Mhm.
And learning about like coloring, and I color all my own stuff now, right?
Mhm.
I don't send it to a client without coloring it through me first,
Wow.
unless they ask for it. Obviously, this is gonna be different because I couldn't give a rat's ass about like coloring this stuff, because like we have to put it out. Like it's just another barrier again.
Yeah, we
just another
need to put
barrier.
it
We just
out
got to
there.
put it out, right? So, I didn't like, but everything I color by myself now,
Yeah.
right? And like that's why that's that third monitor. It's like that's just for coloring.
That's
Right? So like not
crazy.
only I feel like have I gotten to like acquire things and use them, and then learn about the things after I acquire them and then use them, but then learn processes and like and just got to work on some stuff. Like I worked on some music videos for like some local artists.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you know, like do you know like the Vancouver artist Peach Pit?
I think I've heard
Heard
the
of them,
name.
right?
Mhm.
So their like record label I've done music videos for. And like the guy that like hits me up to do music videos has a connect with them. They're in as like their staple like MV shooters and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
So I've gotten like to, they have an amazing record shop. Also, so I felt like I've gone to meet people, gone to do a couple MVs, which I never thought I'd be able to do. And then like at the studio, been able to do a lot of like cool projects.
That's so cool. Yeah, I literally saw you on the job. So like,
Yeah. Oh
You were
yeah.
doing-
Yeah. I was doing my job at his job. which is crazy.
Which is honestly a perfect segue into mine.
Okay, go. So what's your biggest accomplishment for the year 2022?
Honestly, like in 2022, I just wanted to be like going into the year. I just wanted to be better at what I did.
What is like? Can you give a little general one of what you do?
Yeah, of course.
If it isn't obvious what I do, what is it that you do, Tim?
I mean, it's pretty not obvious when you look at me what I do. Like, I don't look like what I do.
Wait, so you're not a pro wrestler?
I do not work in the WWE, unfortunately.
Do you smell what the Tim?
Actually, I was just binging Batista videos.
Oh, really?
Who, like, is Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I knew him as a kid as Batista, like the wrestler.
Oh, Rey Mysterio was my favorite.
Okay, 619 guy is not bad either. But Batista is not bad because every time like he does his entrance, he comes out and then he like he gets in a squat and then he like makes a machine gun with his arms and he's just like
oh, that's sick.
And then the fireworks.
Is that supposed to be a Scarface reference?
I don't know. I've never asked him, but if one day I get to talk to him, I'll definitely.
You'd be like, "Oh, is that a Scarface wrestling?" Like, dude, totally. Like pounded, bro.
Yeah, and then I'm just like,
you
"Oh
got
my
it.
god, I
that's such a deep cut."
Yeah, that would be a childhood dream come true.
Yeah.
But no, I work with like I worked with a professional sports team. I started in 2021. But it's basically like a varsity sports team at the school I go to. I'm not gonna dox myself and say which school I go to, but
that's fine.
Essentially, I kind of work as like a student trainer. So we do things like injury prevention, just like on-field assessment stuff, like making sure everybody's okay. Yeah. I obviously give water, which is what people associate me most with.
That's a terrible. Like, can we get guys? It's 2023. Water boys are an essential job. Like what the like? Who?
And I'm not even the water boy. That's not
and
what
who do you
I
think
am.
Is putting the PEDs in the drinks for the athletes to consume to get drug tested. Like, where do you think these people are coming from? They don't just like they're not gonna do it themselves. They have $60 million contracts. Come on, they're water boys putting the steroids in the drinks for the athletes to drink. Duh.
God.
Anyways,
so. Like, I do a lot of that stuff, but going into the year, I just wanted to be better at my job. And I had done it in 2021. It wasn't the easiest job. It wasn't something that I had done before.
Okay. What about it was challenging?
Honestly, just like working with athletes, sometimes there's a lot of different needs that they have. A lot of different things can happen during games.
Like losing.
Yeah, well...
I saw it firsthand.
We did lose a lot last year, but we did a lot better this year, so that was good. But yeah, definitely like just like the interactions, like becoming like somebody who was good with athletes. I think I really came from a background of just working with like gen pop people, so like your average auntie or uncle or like somebody who sprained their ankle. But just working with athletes, a different mindset because everyone's kind of motivated to be at the top, and it's so cutthroat because if they stay injured or they're not able to play, it's so devastating because
to their career.
Yeah, right? It's their entire livelihood. It's what they do every day, and it's, you know. So I thought that was really interesting. And before the season, this goes into my greatest accomplishment. I didn't think that I would travel with the team,
but you did. I did, and you went to go see Austin while he was away.
Yeah, in disgusting Regina. But honestly, Regina wasn't that bad. Anyways, I thought I wouldn't travel because there was a senior trainer who was above me, but it kind of worked out that I was going to be sharing the travel duties with her, so I actually got to go to Calgary. Shout out Lillian, by the way. She's a senior trainer. But
hey, yo, what's up, Lillian?
I got to go to Calgary. I got to go to Saskatoon twice, which is honestly not a privilege. It's torture. And then I got to go to Regina, which was nice.
just like laying out to dry all of the shitty like cities in middle Canada.
I mean, I will say middle Canada is like an icy hellhole. And honestly, Saskatoon is the shittiest place you can go to in Canada. But I won't go into that in detail because there's nothing to talk about.
Oh,
so we lost to them twice, so that's the reason why I dislike them.
I actually have a gripe to pick with you about clearly my job.
A
on this
gripe to pick. Okay. Good.
Clearly, my job on the podcast, I've realized now after also watching all the episodes, is that I am the tangent guy, and you're the guy who keeps us on track. Like I'm like the girl Loki making the branch timelines,
Stop
and you're the TVA, right?
Okay, I can register
You get
with
it,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I have a gripe to pick because when you told me that story about like I didn't think I was gonna go travel, but then I did get to travel. That was World Finals for Worlds. And you chose traveling over seeing the World Finals with me. And I offered you a place to stay, and we had pizza and fried chicken.
And that was the best World Finals
and it was
to date.
And it was the best World Finals to date. And literally one of the two. I'm also mad at you for being gone. That wasn't your fault, but I'm also still mad.
It is
at
his
you.
fault.
No,
Why would you go to Saskatoon?
No. But
I mean, it's ironic that I say that.
But at least he tuned in virtually.
I tried. I was on the plane.
Wrong. Anti-facts. It was during the game. You chose real sports over esports. Who the fuck does that? Like, are you not
Real sports?
Are you not a gamer, bro? Like, anyways, so I was just really upset
I will say, yeah,
because it was the best World Finals to date. Because the last two were shitty, bad time zones because they're in China and Korea and stuff. No,
and you had the best setup at your house
and
too.
this one was the best setup we've had this year. And
in any year.
And
actually.
and because of you guys missing it, I had to invite people that didn't even play League.
You didn't have to.
No, but I wanted to invite them. Like, everyone was gonna come, but like my immediate thought was like, okay, Owen, Tim, Austin, we're just gonna bring the OGs back in for this one. And then as soon as I heard that Austin and you were both not coming, I was like,
filthy casuals.
well, I'm just gonna be like, well, I can't watch it alone. So I was just like,
I like how Owen is just not considered a human.
Okay, whoa. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because also he did leave his soju, I think, and he said I could.
Whoa, this is PG podcast.
Sorry, you're right.
We don't know what alcohol is.
I meant Sojourn, the Overwatch character.
That's what he was talking. He left his Sojourn here
because it's so goddamn awful at it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Love Owen, love. He's not gonna make it this deep into the episode anyway.
He's not even gonna.
He's gonna make it 5 minutes and he's gonna be like, "Yo, you guys did really good shit."
He's like, "Let me go teach my class."
He's gonna watch 5 minutes and he's gonna be like, "Wow, that was really good, guys."
Yeah.
No,
but next time he sees us,
he's like, "Wow, that was great." No, I'm kidding. I love Owen, but
okay.
But
anyways, let me go back to my story.
Go.
So I got to travel. That was cool, and I think just in the process, it might sound weird, but I got to talk to so many people in the sports industry.
Yeah.
And just not even just about sports, but just about life, like
career build. Like I remember you were talking about when you were sharing a room with one of the trainers.
Yeah,
you had a really Why'd
Why'd
good.
you put quotes on it?
I just wanted to make it interesting. Why? I know it's a normal story. We both know it's a normal story. I know we know it's both a regular story, but I wanted to make it spicy. Just because I wanted to imply, shout out Lillian.
Where are we going? No, not even. I can't share a room with a female trainer. Anyways,
okay, sorry, no. I'll lay it out for real. But you were talking about how. You were talking about his career and how he was like he went through bumps as well, and he took a different path, and he ended up doing what eventually you want to do, and so you were just sort of taking a lot from that and ingesting and digesting it, and sort of basically giving yourself the room to succeed, kind of thing. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, when it came down to it, I think just having those discussions about career, what I want to choose,
right.
What I kind of want to do with my life, and I think the person who I was talking to, I won't say his identity.
Of course, yeah.
But just the experiences that he had, I really felt like they resonated with me, and the choices that I wanted to make in my career. And it's kind of ironic, but I think after doing all of this, I've realized that I'm not really a sports person.
Okay. But that's cool though.
Yeah, and I want to work with other populations, and I think it'll definitely reflect in my career goals, which I'm trying to get set up right now, sending out applications and stuff. But Yeah, it's been an awesome year, and just like
Also, just to see the growth in like a very small microcosm, he said different populations. That's not a term we use as regular people, and so I'm just like laying it out there for all you like normies out there that like Tim is growing.
mommies. I
And-
have a girlfriend. Okay. Anyways, okay.
No, I said normies, but I
I
mean,
thought you
mommies
said
too.
mommies.
I guess.
I was like, huh?
Mommies too.
Anyways. Pause. Yeah, I think it's just been a year of like, I hate the word growth because our friend loves to use the word, but and he traumatized me with it. But I just think like it was just a great year.
Development.
It was a great year to be in,
Yeah.
and I just learned a lot about myself.
Yeah, good story arc, good character development. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
All right, question.
Shout out, mom.
Shout out. Yeah, I guess.
Mommies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out mom. Shout out
Real.
mom.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question.
Cool.
We're gonna go negative now.
What?
So,
No.
we're gonna go with
Oh my god, dude! This is the deep part of the podcast. Get out your tissue boxes.
no. It's not
Austin's
like a cry
already
thing.
crying.
Austin's crying because he's listening to this garbage that we're talking about. Anyways, the next question is going to be, what is the most embarrassing thing that happened
Oh
to
wait,
you
okay,
in
wait, no,
2022?
no. We have to extend this to 2023 because I have one just now.
Okay.
So remember how I told you that Andrew did it? Like I was setting up the cameras and all that. I said Andrew did a boo boo today, and he has to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to, I'm so fucking embarrassed. So I was filming today. There's a really popular song right now by the K-pop group New Jeans. It's called Hype Boy. I filmed this dance about 3 times now for 3 separate groups, including today's group.
Mhm.
Okay, so I've already filmed it twice. I know it front to back, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, today's shoot is a little bit different because they have a bigger team, so they wanted to do a 10-member version instead of a 5-member version. So the blocking and the choreo had to be adjusted, and like
Yeah.
you know how we flowed from transition to transition, blah blah blah. Anyways, so we get to this part. If you know the song, the part in the intro is like and the members kind of like they like cross paths, and it's supposed to be like this like narrative, like Austin's like probably like mehing about this, but it's kind of like a narrative intro, right? Have you seen the stage for this? Kind of. So anyways, in the beginning, like the camera starts on like 3 people, and then they walk past the camera to reveal 2 more people, and it feels very intro, right? Like, you know, like an intro stage, right? G-Friend? No, but it's more of like intro. You know what I mean? Like a like intro to the stage. You know how they do intro plus whatever? Yeah, it's more like that. Sorry, big preface. Anyways, so I have to lay this context out because it'll make sense. Basically, our homie Wenhei, and then our my teammate and hopefully still friend, Victoria, are doing the part in the intro where there's 2 people. They walk up to the camera, they turn their backs to the camera, they hold hands, and then they go into the first blocking for the dance to start.
Uh-huh.
So you have to have like genuine interactions. One of which Victoria is kind of like very excited to be talking to this thing about to Wenhei, and like she like brushes her hand against his arm, and then they go into the hand holding. So through the camera it looks very flirty, right?
Mhm.
Obviously we know like they're not like we're all just friends and we're just all hanging out. It's acting, you know, it's method, it's you know,
Yeah.
it's part of the process.
Yeah.
However, this is the word the embarrassing part comes in. So I'm sitting there watching the clip, right?
Mhm.
And like in my head, I'm thinking like this feels very anime, where like the character, like the girl character like tries to like do like a little hint, and like the guy character like kind of brushes it off like
Yeah.
like we don't know, and the girl's
Yeah.
like but then like I know I'm the rambly type of guy,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to make a joke but also make it condensed. So I just said it feels very pick me,
Yeah.
and because it's a team of like 95% girls, they all take it as like the insult pick me, because it is, right? Like to girls to call another girl pick me girl it's like flagrant. Like it's
Yeah.
it's like yellow to red flag. Like it's like more than a tech. It's like a flagrant foul, right? Because like you don't use this word very often. It's very specific in its usage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I said it, and immediately I could just feel the crash zoom in, and I'm just like, it's like in Jaws when he's like, I was like, motherfucker, because like usually I'm waiting for the laugh, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, Because not even when he's laughing.
That was not it.
Not even when he's like, and he's pretty slay, so he understands like what not to say to a girl. And obviously, I'm a memer and I'm a straight white male, so like I don't know what to say. Like I don't know what pisses women off, right? And I just say, I'm just like,
He didn't know.
you know, like I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh no. So and then they all get mad at me. They all get mad at me, as they rightfully should. I should make this. I should make this clear that in this story, I'm 100% sorry.
Like we talking about like real mad?
No, they're like, Andrew, that was rude. Come on. Ugh. And then Victoria's like, poor Victoria's over there with her head in hands. She's like, no, was that really pick me, guys? And I'm just like, oh God. Like, I'm like, my whole world's like falling apart. I'm just like, no. Like Frank.
No. Wait.
It's the Punisher. No. Wait. No. Like, I'm just like, it's like Frank, like, I'm like Frank Castle and his family's get murdered. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Because like I don't like messing up, and here's what you should also know about me. Anyone who's watching, I really hate upsetting people publicly, and I do my best whenever I mess up to pay it back tenfold and like apologize. So I concocted this whole fucking plan to apologize to Victoria at practice tomorrow, because we're seeing each other from like 2 to 5 for like regular K-way practice. But basically, like I was like shaking in my car like when everyone went home. I was like, motherfucker, like, oh my fucking God, I messed this shit up so bad. Like I'm like quaking, right? And you know this about me, right? Like I really go really hard to apologize to people. For example, like one time in high school, I accidentally like flicked mayo in this girl's hair. And so that lunch break, I ran to the
Wait, what? You flicked mayo.
So shout out Rachel Yang from high school.
You just doxed another person.
It's
dude.
fine. It's fine. She's not gonna watch it. But she should feel, anyways, she should feel like this is a really funny story. Basically, in high school, I accidentally flicked mayo into this girl's hair because, like, I was eating, like, chicken wings or whatever. And then she was like, ew! And I was like, no, my life is over. Because it's, like, social suicide, right? So that lunch break,
Not that deep.
No, but it is, though. That lunch break, I ran to the Shoppers Drug Mart. That was like across from our high school, which is about like a 15-minute walk. Yeah. But I ran it back, and I bought shampoo, like the most expensive shampoo and conditioner I could buy. Keep in mind, I'm like 16, so I don't have
gentleman.
I don't have no cash, right? So I'm just like, I paid out of like the little money that I have. I found the most expensive shampoo and conditioner within my literally in my wallet. I bring it back to her in a tote bag, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry, and I hand it to her because and I had to do it in 30 minutes because the guilt was eating me so hard. So anyways, so back to the present. I'm like quaking in my car, and I'm like, I don't know. So I hit up my auntie, who was like basically my family used to work in a restaurant as kids, because that's how they, like, my father grew up in a small town, and they owned like the general store. Yeah. So they did all the cooking, cleaning, whatever, and the store owning, whatever. She's like a baker. Mm-hmm. Not professionally, but like she's really good at it. You know what I mean? I can't think of a baker off my head. Whatever. So I was like, hey, Gu Colleen, I need your shortbread cookie recipe.
Oh my goodness.
So
this guy.
She sent it to me, and the reason why I got home late just now is because I stepped out to get the groceries for it. So I'm gonna bake them tonight, and I need this to work. And I have like, and I was like on my way to the fucking Superstore or Walmart, and I was rehearsing my apology to her like out loud in the car, no music's playing. Right, I'm just like rehearsing, I'm already apologizing because I can feel it right now. Like it hurts me. It actually hurts me. Like I feel that bad for people I wrong that I have to make it up right away.
I need to make you wrong me more. Like,
sorry.
Do you have any apology stories to guys or only girls?
Guys, yeah. So, who was this? You. Why do you think I treat you so nicely? What the fuck? I was trying to think like, oh my God, who's someone that like I could think of and like this big grand gesture, literally all the time.
He was right in front of you this whole time.
Like if I didn't feel like sometimes I messed up or something like that, the reason why I don't do these grandiose things to you anymore is because I can feel like I can actually talk to you about them and ask you, hey, did this upset you?
Wow, communication.
right? But because I feel like all these people like know me as like a certain type of guy. This is getting really introspective on the
His
first episode.
identity.
I'm so sorry, but because I feel like I can talk to you and ask you like, hey, did this upset you? And also we've developed that relationship where like you would tell me if that upsetted you, right? And I know it very clearly when he's mad. Austin uses punctuation when he's mad.
I noticed that. I do notice that.
anyways,
I do notice that.
Anyways,
The periods come out.
So yeah, sorry. For those of you who can't hear Austin, obviously you can't. He asked me if I could only think of girls that I've done wrong and need to apologize for. But no, I do it to guys too, and he's one of them. I don't think I've ever wronged Tim that badly before.
I don't think you've wronged me before. Period. I feel like I should start acting like you do though.
You do, yeah.
Because then you
don't.
do some
I'll literally,
grandiose
but don't,
gestures.
because I'll actually just like I'll like bleeding heart give you my organs because like you matter that much to me.
I can
But
use
anyways,
those.
sorry. So I'm baking cookies for an almost friend tomorrow because I feel like I really
Almost
fucked her up. And I'm sorry. Like I know I did the research. I talked to someone about it. Pick me is not a good way to say to a girl. I know that now. I knew it then. Like I knew it as soon as it happened. I am so sorry. Every girl in this world. I will never say those two words ever again. I promise.
Only if they deserve it.
No.
Anyways,
Not even if they deserve it. I'm not even gonna try. Like it doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm so sorry, Victoria. If you ever watch this, which I know you won't, because you don't care about my life that much, but I'm about to like I could feel it. I could cry. I'm so sorry.
This guy.
Anyways, Tim, go.
Oh man. Where can I start with this? I do have one embarrassing story. I was actually struggling to think about this.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm listening. I just gotta quit. My mom's telling me something. Anyways.
But this was like in a period of time when I was exploring my options with famales.
Huh?
So
What in the Mexican dish?
so I was exploring my options with famales, and then it wasn't even like an intent to like find somebody or anything like that. It was just I was just trying to like get to know people, get to like know more friends, and like have more relationships with others. Cause
Oh, for sure.
I wasn't doing much at the time. I was this was when I had just started my job as a trainer.
Yeah.
So I was really busy with that. So essentially, one of my friends introduced me to
This famale.
this famale, and he was
Okay.
like, I think you guys would like each other. Like, you should like chat it up and like meet each other.
Like see if you can hit it off.
Yeah, and
Sure.
I was like, well, I probably don't have time to meet up with this person, and if I just leave it to you to do it, Owen, you're not going to do it anyways. So
Owen
like,
did this.
yeah, so I'm like, I shouldn't have trusted him
I
in the
know
first
where
place.
I feel like I know where the trajectory. I don't know the story, but I feel like I know where the trajectory.
No.
is.
Okay, no, definitely this is not his fault. I ruined this for myself.
Okay, go.
But essentially, I figured that whatever, I'm just going to go text this girl on Instagram by myself.
Yeah.
I don't need you to introduce me. I'm just going to do it. Like, because nothing's going to get done if I wait for somebody else to do it or wait for you to introduce me.
That
I'm
makes
just
sense.
going to reach out because
Yeah.
I was like halfway past Interior BC at this point. So I had nobody. So I was just in my dorm room on my phone, and I decided, why not? Like, let's just have a conversation with this person. So I lead with
Wait,
this.
sorry. Why were you in interior? You're traveling.
I was traveling.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
we
I
were going to Vernon for
Right,
for a road trip.
Got it.
Anyways, so I use a line. It's not a pickup line per se.
Do you feel comfortable reciting it?
I think
That's how we judge how bad it is. That's how we judge
no.
how bad it is.
No,
It's
it
fine.
was just. It's not even like bad. It's
Yeah.
just really lame. Like
That's fine.
I literally went into it, and so right before I text this person, I asked our friend, I'm like, do you think she's like looking for a relationship or like what is this? And he's like, yeah, I'm not sure if she is ready for a relationship. I don't.
No.
I'm like, why would you introduce me? But I'm like, I'm kind of too far already in this process. So I basically lead with just like, hey, like I heard that you're not really looking for a relationship, but I kind of like am just looking for friends. So would you like to be my friend?
That was the line.
That was the line.
What the fuck? That was not a pickup line. That was the
Okay.
most like that's like borderline like really, dude. I'm not listen. Like. I'm sorry. Like I.
Okay, I was in a bad place, okay? Anyways, so I was in a bad place. So I literally said this, and I read it back to myself, and I was like, huh? Why did I?
And you can't unsend it.
Yeah,
because it's the
'cause
first message that you're sending.
Yeah.
So it's like Tim unsent a message and said, "Hey," like the first one was like pretty shit.
So I'm like looking at this message, and I'm like, what did I just write? Like,
Yeah.
huh?
That's terrible.
And I was like, I'm just gonna sleep on it. And
Sleep on it.
Yeah, so I slept on it, but
That's
then
the telltale game. Do nothing.
but she responds, right?
Go.
So we have like conversations.
Yeah.
After a few conversations.
So it worked though.
No, okay. So we both realize, okay, like this is not going anywhere. I don't really feel like I enjoy talking to this person.
Yeah.
I get the sense she's not really enjoying it either. So I kind of just leave it.
Okay.
And then moving on, fast forward. So essentially a couple months after this, I get the chance to meet this person in real life.
Yeah.
Cuz my friend has like a get together and she's there.
Do I know that this get together happened, or I have no idea?
I don't know. But anyways, this get together happened, and
Wait, sorry. Whisper it in my ear really quickly.
Oh.
Just whisper it in my ear really quickly. The viewers don't have to know. Okay. I don't know about this. Sorry, that was just an entertaining bit. This is also a plug for the video podcast. So if you're wondering how Tim whispered it into my ear with a LaCroix,
the motions I did.
check out the video podcast on YouTube. There, I advertised. Anyways, go.
Yeah, and my current girlfriend was at this party.
Nice. So it worked out in the end.
And then basically, no, it didn't. Okay, it worked out, but then they had a conversation, and then this girl tells my girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he had like the lamest like first line that was ever said to me."
Oh no!
And my girlfriend just like texts me, and she's like, "Yeah, she told us about the line," and I'm like, "What? Wait a minute! Like, she can't say that. That's private information." And I just like when I heard that, like my heart just sunk, and I was like, "Wow, I really just completely embarrassed myself." And I read that line back. I like looked back on the chat. And I'm like, "Yeah, I sent that. That's
wow,
rough, man.
The line. She refers to it as the line.
the line."
So hypothetically, like I could go talk to your current girlfriend and be like, "Hey, can you tell me about the line and what you thought about it?" She'd be able to immediately be like, "I know."
I don't
exactly
know
what
if she
you're
would
talking about."
immediately associate it with that, but you should say like the line that Tim used on this girl. She would definitely know what you're talking about.
Oh,
It's terrible.
I should next episode I should like find the text and then like frame it.
It's embarrassing. And I also talked to my friend, and my friend was like, "Yeah, she told me about it right away. It was not good, man." And I was like,
But jokes on her, 'cause now you're happy.
"Yeah, I hope she's not." Anyways.
Really? Okay, we're
I
we're
hope
gonna
she's happy.
okay.
I
I was
hope
like,
she's happy.
we're
I
gonna
hope she-
skip. and
That was
we're
a
gonna-
joke.
Okay, I
That was
like,
a joke.
That was a joke.
No, I wish her the best, but
I'm trying to keep the lights on here.
yeah. We're not gonna get canceled.
Sick.
But
Okay, so
yeah.
I really like that question too, because it allowed me to vent a little bit. Because this, like, don't get me wrong, like,
2023 too.
yeah, it's like this happened just like literally less than 12 hours ago. Okay, so do you have a third question?
I technically have a third and a fourth, but we're kind of short on time, right?
I mean, we don't like however you want to gauge it.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, we can go to we can kind of go to I like talking about negative things. So how about we do like a third year
and then
review?
we'll do it, and then we'll like open it to like the fourth thing could be a positive thing. We'll end on a happy note.
Sure.
Okay.
Or we'll do resolutions.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
So the next negative thing
that.
is
Oh my god, I can't. I'm so emotional already. Okay, go.
stop. You
Go.
just called her a pick me girl.
I
man.
no stop. Don't say it. Oh.
That's all you did.
Oh my god, no,
Not
'cause,
like that's the most terrible thing you could call a
because,
girl
like,
in
because,
2023.
Like, they all reacted, and I value their opinions so much.
Maybe
like-
that should be a resolution. Let's not care as much about what people think of
Oh
me.
no, it's so hard, man. Like that should have been my year resolution for like my life. Like Allison knows this. Everybody knows this about me.
We all know.
I go the extra step for everyone else. For
No, not even the extra step. The extra 15 miles.
for apparently to some people, Austin, some people believe that I don't need to or don't have to or whatever else. But
I
need
believe
to
this too.
for
I'll
me.
raise my hand. And believe
Anyways, what's your negative thing?
my negative third thing was, since we did used to be very entertainment show focused.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you watched this year?
Did I have to have finished it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna piss some people off, but I have a couple things. I'll just bang them out.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel, I can't. It's so hard. Like, I watched the first episode and I'm just like, do I have to? Because keep in mind, like, I watched Moon Knight and I know some people are like, it was okay. Moon Knight for me like was saving save the second
Oh, okay.
save the second like wave of Marvel TV. For example, like I really liked like WandaVision, which we talked about, Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier. Those three I really liked.
Mhm.
And then the second wave of stuff was coming out, which was She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Moon Knight. Haven't even touched She-Hulk.
Maybe don't.
Maybe don't. I tried Miss Marvel, and I'm just like, I can't. And then Moon Knight comes out, and I watched it week to week.
Mhm.
It was that good.
Yeah. it was
Like
good.
Oscar Isaac, like, oh my god, he's so good,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. Like being able to play both Mark Spector and Stephen Grant was like, oh my god. Like, can you imagine like the mid character switches and all that? Because
Yeah.
that's all him, right?
Yeah.
And like Khonshu was amazing too. Like I really like the voice of Khonshu.
Yeah.
And I felt like sorry, I totally just smacked my lips like on the mic.
Okay, one side tangent. The one thing I hated about that show was Ethan Hawke speaking Mandarin.
Oh my god! Wait, I'll briefly talk about it. Like, it's incomprehensible, and in the show, the subtitle is speaking in Mandarin. They don't even try. They don't even try to give words to it because, like, what?
What are you saying?
He's like, you guys speak Chinese, and then Stephen Grant goes, you guys speak Chinese here, and then Ethan Hawke character goes, actually it's Mandarin. He corrects
don't even
him.
say Mandarin.
Don't even say Chinese.
Yeah.
Mandarin. Okay, and I'm just like,
What,
bro. Anyway,
a second tangent
Yeah.
to that tangent. I turned on the Chinese subtitles for that episode
Yeah.
because my dad was watching
Yeah,
with
yeah,
me, and there are actually subtitles to what they're trying to say. And me and my dad were reading the words and
Like,
listening to the audio,
no.
and we're like, "Huh?
no,
Wait,
it can't
how?
be.
Huh?"
But yeah, no, it's just like,
Anyways.
I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
love Moon Knight. Love that old dead bird god guy. He's fucking
was cool,
hilarious. Love
yeah.
him. Okay, so that was one. Another one that I really didn't. I feel like I'm gonna like it's really hard, and I don't know if I can get through it or not. Is Oran High School. I watched the first episode and like
Is that an anime?
it's an anime. So basically it's like about a poor girl who goes to a rich high school, and then she looks like a guy, so the guys think she's a guy, and then she breaks this really expensive pot, so in their club room, so they force her to join the club to pay it back,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's called the host club, which means that like the guys are basically really hot and really attractive, and like your stereotypic like. One guy is really strong. One guy is like a little kid. One guy like is very smooth. Two of the guys are twins, so they do a lot of like boy love stuff together, like gay shit together. I shouldn't say like, but like it's like boy love, right? It is, right, Austin? BL is like a thing in that anime, but and also like, right? Oh, that's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. These cameras have enough. I gave it an hour, but really we have an hour and a half. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Tell me in 15 minutes. Anyways, sorry. So the high school, right? And then yeah. So I watched the first episode and I was like, I don't know. But my friend Chloe really loves that anime, and she's like, Andrew, please, you have to watch it. It's like one of the rom-com animes like of its time, right? It's like pretty well known. And as the resident rom-com anime guy in, I would say, our friend group, I have to watch it because, you know, it's part of the history and the lore. But I don't know if I can. Something I will tangent on. I'm going through the Harry Potter movies right now. I just finished Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm going to watch Goblet of Fire.
The best one.
The best one. Chamber of Secrets. So I'll just like quickly tier list the ones that I've seen so far, and I'll try and like next time I'll do the other one.
Yeah.
So Sorcerer's Stone, really great start to a world, and I felt like it was contained, but it also gave me a lot to be like, wow, there's a world here. I want to be back.
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets made me want to be like, why am I back in this world? God damn it. and no, but like it was good, but it just wasn't like it had sequelitis. It was just more of the same, and I wanted more from it. But it had a good. It was a good progression, I guess. Prisoner of Azkaban, the best one so far, because it's a time travel movie, and I like time travel movies.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm sorry, whoopsies. That movie that came out 19 years ago. Okay,
It was a good movie.
it was a good movie. So now I'm gonna watch Goblet of Fire. We'll see how that goes. Anyways,
Ooh,
That's-
this one gets intense, man.
okay. So that's mine. Sorry, Miss Marvel. I love the actress though. She seems really dope, and I hope she's in more stuff in that
Yeah,
Marvel
but
universe.
I hate your show.
But it's not her
Say
fault.
it.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault.
Fair.
Sorry.
Fair game.
Love
Yeah.
you. Sorry. I'll try. I'll try. We have to do all the Marvel stuff in order to stay with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, Marvel put some stinkers out there this year for sure. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Go,
I
quick.
mean, I could do the whole Marvel rant thing. I feel like it's overdone nowadays. But like the Miss Marvel, I actually thought Miss Marvel was okay.
I'll give it another shot.
Watching it in its entirety,
Yeah.
the storyline wasn't bad, and I thought integrating like, there was a lot of like history.
Yep.
Regarding like the main character's like ethnic background.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like Pakistan.
Yeah, I would. I guess I didn't. Obviously, I didn't make it that far. But if you saying it's like really interesting, then
So I thought
should.
that stuff was interesting and
Yeah.
kind of like melded like history with also like superpower
like
stuff,
like the fictitious like the fantasy element. Yeah,
which is
that's
dope.
really cool.
Yeah, but overall, just kind of like a more regular show, which was shout out regular show by the way. That was my childhood cartoon. But She-Hulk, man, I watched 2 episodes and I stopped. I don't think I'm gonna pick it back up. I heard the ending is somewhat cool. Anyways, I could also talk about Thor: Love and Thunder.
I have an opinion about this one. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Okay.
Because I have an opinion and I know it's the opposite of yours.
Oh,
Go.
well, I think it's good in some parts. There's this specific moment in the movie that every time I think about it, it cracks me up. It's the slight spoilers. There's a scene where a kid is like astral projecting.
Oh, I know.
to
No,
Thor.
yeah. I know.
And it's so bad.
It's the yeah, I know. It's
but-
the meme of the floating kid head in
Yeah.
Thor. Yeah.
That was the funniest
Yeah.
thing. I think my friend like laughed out loud in the theater when we were
We
watching
could do it.
that.
We could set it up and we could do it right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah. That's good.
But anyways, that's the only I liked Christian Bale in that movie. But I will say the most disappointing thing for me, I think, kind of sort of end of 2021 going
Yeah.
into 2022. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Uh-huh.
I did not like Book of Boba Fett.
Right.
And I watched the whole thing, and I think thinking back on that show now, it's kind of such a opposite rendition of what I thought the character was going to be.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's just I found that the storyline was not like I really enjoyed the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
When they're giving a background of the character, they're explaining why he was in the situation he was in when we see him. Spoilers, he shows up in The Mandalorian.
What?
When we see him in that.
No.
I thought that whole story was really interesting, but I think moving on to like when he's actually doing things in the present day, it just didn't really seem like it was the character that we kind of visualized in our heads.
So he did they made him the Luke Skywalker of The Last Jedi.
Oh God, don't even get me started on that. But
But is that a good analogy for it?
I think in a simpler way to describe him, they just made him a lot softer than I thought he would be.
Right.
Like, because there's a lot of things that in his past life,
I get it.
if he was faced with this situation, he would be a lot harder on the person.
like they gave him a heart.
Yeah, they gave him
Right now, I understand where you're going.
not
with
even just like a heart, but just too much dialogue. Like there's some instances in the past where if you said something to him, he would just shoot you.
It'd be like, no.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
would just pop you. But
Yeah.
like in this one, he's like trying so hard to reason with the fact that he's like a nice guy now. He always refers to like his family, which he like. There's a lot of stuff that's like very introspective, and I think that's fine. But they also made him really weak
Okay.
in a sense. And the ending episode, just
Like
I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
what is
I know.
going
Me
on?
too. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw that when I was like, I think I was sick and like I had a bed cold and I was just like, I gotta watch something, and so I watched Boba Fett.
It was very like
Sorry. We'll end this topic and go into resolutions
Yeah,
with
yeah.
one thing.
yeah.
Give me your scale of 1 to 10 on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Go.
Ooh. 7. What about you?
8 only because of the actors. So I give it an 8 because of Ewan McGregor and because of Hayden Christensen. But that's really the only reason why. Otherwise, if you kind of remove that element for me, it's about a 6 or a 7.
Anytime Hayden is on the screen, 10 out of 10 show.
Yeah.
Anytime they're both in the scene together, you can't even rate it. Anytime that it's only Ewan McGregor, it's like a 7.5, 8. Anytime we're only seeing Riva or any of the Inquisitor stuff,
Doo-doo.
we're putting like a 1 or a 0.
Yeah. I will give I think this is what it is. I'm at Ewan McGregor stan. So whenever they give him really good dialogue, like it, and like when he's really suffering from like his like anxiety and stuff like that, like it got me like choked up because like I really like him as an actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. I'm glad we kind of.
I do want to do a deep dive on that show eventually, but I will say like the ending episode of that show like redeemed everything.
You're right.
Like I only
100%.
remember the last episode and like a few select moments from
Of
anything
everything
before
else.
that.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad we have that.
Insane.
We'll deep dive it
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
But
okay.
okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. What's your fourth thing?
Oh man, I mean we can go into resolutions. I had another negative one for this, but we're not gonna do it.
Okay.
We'll do resolutions, and that can be flexible, just like a general goal. I guess we're also setting this because it's like the first pod of the new year
Or
or
new
whatever
season.
new era.
Yeah.
So I can go first, honestly, for this one, and then you can go.
Yeah.
For me, I think what I foresee for this year, it'll be interesting to actually listen back to this maybe one day.
Sure.
But I'm foreseeing that there will be a big change in life, whether that's grad school, it's potential.
Wow.
there's
That's crazy.
there's potential that I might move away actually
Wow.
for school.
Wow.
So I'm thinking about that. I'm worrying about that. Obviously, I want to stay where I am.
Yeah.
So I
no,
did
totally.
apply to that program, but I also applied to a lot of other programs.
Of course, and that's
Um,
like, and whether you get it or not, or whether you stay or you go, that's like, first of all, like grad school is good. It's
Yeah.
a good thing,
Yeah.
right? So like,
Yeah.
I mean, all of you Wall Street bets guys will say no, but I'm saying like,
I do a little side.
okay, whatever. But I'm just saying like, wherever you go, wherever you stay is great. But,
Thank you. No,
But like a big change is coming.
yeah.
You feel it. Okay.
And
cool.
I feel the change coming, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna cope with it. Just because I am a kid who grew up where I live for the last 23 years, I've never left, and I've
That's
never
crazy.
lived anywhere besides here,
Right.
and I think that does get me really scared. But I think my resolution is just to do well in whatever I'm in. Right.
I love how, this is not a dig at you, but I love how broad it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel this way about it. Usually I'm like, oh, that's too broad. It can be applied anywhere. But I like how broad it is because it, like, what you're saying in general is like a change is coming, which is inherently like, it doesn't matter what it could be. Like it could be like
Yeah.
anything this year. Like you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what you're saying is that you're gonna take it in stride and you're gonna try and do well
Yeah.
no matter what, which is like sick.
Yeah. And I like to keep it broad because
Yeah, for sure.
I mean I feel like goal setting should be something you do throughout the year.
Yeah.
Resolutions are kind of like if you had to wait to January to make a change, I feel like that says something about you, you know?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
But I'm not saying that it's negative to like goal set in the new year because it is a natural like progression.
Yeah.
of
Right.
things.
Yeah. It's like a blank slate.
It's like a little bit of a mini reset.
yeah.
But I
right,
just
right, right.
think, I mean, I think there's times to set goals And you can honestly do that anytime. So I kind of set goals for myself throughout the year.
Yeah.
But my kind of outlook for this year is just to do well.
For sure.
Honestly,
For
I
sure.
don't know what I'm going to be doing this year.
And that's
so,
that's totally okay too.
yeah. So that's mine. You can go.
I have like no, you know me, like I always have like ultra specific like
I'm sure. Yeah.
goals and stuff like that. Like obviously like I'm trying to like be healthier, you know. And I think that I said that last time.
That's one of mine too. Yeah.
But since then, I remember I think I said that the last time we did like a resolutions thing. I can do a pull up now.
Woo!
Like underhand grip though, not the overhand grip.
Still.
But
Woo!
like from the ground, just pull. I can do that
Let's
and
go.
get to the top.
Let's go.
So that's an accomplishment, and I gotta take it. Like that's crazy. I'm doing a Yone cosplay later this year.
Yeah.
In February, so I have to like
Yeah.
tone for that, and like
He's gonna be naked.
I'll show you a picture later. But
Oh, bet. Okay.
but like I'm on my way. I don't think I'm there. I obviously with like Austin knows, like with a slight a bit of like feeling underachieved, with constantly feeling underachieved with how I look. Like you'll know this. Like it's a constant struggle. Like he knows this, right?
Yeah.
But like also you also probably know this too. But like just someone who's
about yourself.
yeah,
Okay,
but no,
okay,
I'm not talking about Austin.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my
what?
god,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
Oh, you're really
Did I
exposing
just call
bro.
Austin?
You hanging this guy out to dry right now? Like,
no. But I'm saying about like me, like for someone who like constantly is like kind of dissatisfied, like you know what I mean, like finds like nitpicky stuff to gripe about, right? Like for me to sort of like, you know, constantly like chasing something is something that like I want to do, but also trying to relish in the good times and stuff like that, which I think is the ultimately the resolution. Like I told you at the beginning of the episode, like I want to I ended up deepening some relationships like with friends and stuff like that, with family that I didn't think I would. And
it's awesome.
But like this year I want to like continue that, and I think this year, like you said there's a change. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of a switch up this year. I'm gonna like try and cut down maybe on some of the video gigs and like either work on stuff like that's strictly personal.
Wow.
The pod.
I pointed at him just now for
video.
all the audio
We have
listeners.
for the audio listeners. Check it out on YouTube.com/.
You need to watch the intro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
What are you
So
doing?
it's either like, and then I think for my next co-op placement, because the one you know where I'm at right now is ending soon.
Yeah.
I will try and do something in a different field.
Oh.
The other
okay.
the other field, right? So I'm a little intimidated, but it's also something that I feel like I need to do right now, and I really need to get my head straight about like what I want my future to be. So I'm excited for that, and I just want to continue like, you know, deepening relationships, making friends, because I also realized till the tail end of this year that like I have friends in unlikely places. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that I had certain people like in my corner, or I didn't believe that I would but apparently they are there, and I just like genuinely actually like thank you as well if you are one of those people and have made it to the end of the episode.
You're a maniac if you listen to this whole thing,
but like those people that like I've sort of like found myself really enjoying, and you know, again, like friends in unlikely places and places that I didn't know that I was 100% sure that I had, right? Remember, like also I was saying like, oh, I have like a lot of like outside circle friends, so like, but like apparently those are really tight, like they, you know, people who value my friendship as well, and I want to continue deepening those relationships too, because you know, like Andrew's a people pleaser and he loves everybody so much, and he has so much of himself to give, so I want to keep deepening relationships because like people keep me afloat.
Yeah, and I will say, just to end it off a little bit, I think you are a people pleaser, but I think maybe people don't say it enough, but I think everybody appreciates the amount that you go to, like the extra mile. Like, I mean, none of this would be possible without your kind of foresight and like your equipment and like your thought into how everything goes. And I just think like, in a sense, it would be nice as a resolution for this year for you to appreciate yourself more.
That's a good one.
Because I think like, if we're not even just talking about like body positivity stuff, because I think you look great. Like it's not a. I think honestly you look great. Like,
thank you.
I won't say that again, but
I'm doing the shake hand for all the audio listeners. The shake hand, no.
Yeah, but I mean, just like appreciating yourself and
Oh, thanks, man.
appreciating how much you can do,
Wow.
because I think everybody else sees how much you can do, and I mean, every time I come here, I feel like I'm amazed at like what you've done.
Yeah.
So
Thank
keep doing what you
I
do,
really
right?
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And deeper relationships also means deepening relations that I currently have, which is also with Tim. Yeah. So with that,
More physical touch.
yeah, which is why we're gonna do the thing we do at the end of every episode, which is tap out. I haven't changed that part of the podcast, by the way. This is something that we always do. Okay, we're gonna tap out now. This is the end of every podcast. So. Thank you for watching, everyone. We're on social media. Not really. Catch us wherever
We
you
really are not.
catch us wherever you find your podcast. You probably hear about this through word of mouth or one of our friends. I really appreciate everyone listening. I hope you enjoy your new year. Tim also hopes so. So
Subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe to YouTube. Watch and listen on Spotify. Mwah. Okay, we're gonna tap out. Ready? Bye.
That was okay.
Go again.
No, that wasn't
Go
okay.
again. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.